Have you ever wanted to build a perfect igloo or a snow fort with your kids? Today we are going to design, make and try out a snow block press with a goal to make a flawless snow brick. In this video I will share a couple of simple tips on parametric designs, CNC cutting laminated plywood and preventing tear out from finished components. Hello, I'm Davis, and if you've been watching this channel, you already know that I make a lot of designs that all can be made on your CNC router. If you are new here and you would like to see unique CNC projects, make sure you click that subscribe button. Before we start sketching and modeling the snow brick press, it's important that we specify the guidelines that we want to stick to. In my mind, it's important that the press is durable, easy to assemble and simple, without difficult or unnecessary components. So the main idea is straightforward. We have to make a box with an easy to add and remove lid, as well as a press for compressing the snow in a brick. The box will endure a lot of pressure, so screwing or nailing 4 planks together won't do the job. I think it would be cool if we made the whole thing using user parameters. That way we can easily adjust the box for different brick sizes. In Fusion 360, user parameters are fairly simple to use. We can specify important dimensions like height, length, width and others here. If we specify a dimension using one of the previous set parameters, it will be the same value as the parameter set in the spreadsheet. So if we adjust the dimension here, it will automatically adjust your components. If you would like to learn more about user parameters for flat pack furniture, leave a comment below and I might make a video about it in the near future. For this project, I think 9mm plywood will work great, but I will add a new user parameter for material thickness just in case I later decide to make a press from a different thickness plywood. I will quickly make a rough model for both the box and the press. It shouldn't take long since we need to make only 5 or 6 different components. By the way, I often like to make a rough sketch first, since you can fairly quickly see how the whole thing is going to look. Also, it's easier to check if everything will work. For example, we can make sure whether the user parameters adjust correctly and fix some things that look bad or won't work as it should. If the rough sketch works, we can add some details to improve the design and also some decorations for the aesthetic appearance. For the box removable floor, I think we could use a simple slider component. It would help to form the brick and could be easily removed after the snow has been pressed. The floor slot should be 2 to 4 mm thicker than the plywood, since the plywood slider will absorb some water from the snow and therefore increase in thickness. The press part should be strong and light at the same time, so I think it could be good to make the handle out of 2 crossed components. I will add an extra 0.5 mm for the half lap joint, so it's easier to assemble the handle. The press should be slightly smaller than the box, so taking 5 mm from the sides should be enough. Let's see if everything works. It seems it does, so I will add some detail to the design to make it more appealing. For a project like this, it would be recommended to use laminated plywood or at least applying lacquer or some other finish that would make the material slippy. When making items from laminated plywood, it's important to adjust the sketch for your material thickness. If the material is thicker than the one specified in your file, it will be a headache to assemble your item, since sanding the faces of components is not an option and chiseling or sanding the mortises will take a lot of time. Also, I would recommend using a compression router bit to prevent tear outs from laminated surfaces. Since for this project we used only CNC cut joints, the assembling shouldn't take long. However, before we put everything together, it's important that we sand or chisel the mortise edges, so we don't make an unnecessary tear out when taking apart the item. The 0.5 mm we added here makes it way easier to assemble the press handle. If the cut was exactly the thickness of the material, we probably would need a hammer for assembling. By the way, I thought it would be cool to make a shovel as well, so the process of making the snow bricks is more enjoyable and faster. Everything is assembled, but I will need some help with the testing. Therefore, I will drive to my brother's house and see what my nephews and niece think about this project. I'm a little bit worried about the snow today. It's about -10 Celsius outside, and there's slight possibility that the snow won't stick together, but hopefully it will work out. This is what can be made with a snow brick press. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and also subscribe for more CNC related content. Stay creative and I'll see you next time.